Greetings, peace, blessings, love, light, and life. Welcome to the Black Girl Magic channel. So I'm Jade. Yes, you haven't really been seeing me fully. I've been flashing in and out some of the readings. I haven't done a face-to-face with my YouTube followers in a while. So I always, like to walk in transparency. And as far as it goes with my viewers, I'm pretty certain that energy that I'm in, it's all about frequency and flow. So if my readings resonate and vibrate with you, we're probably vibrating on the same frequencies and same flows. So, this is kind of a conversation for all of my phenomenal ladies out there, the phenomenal divine feminines out there who are in this sense of Kundalini awakening. So Kundalini energy is the sacral energy, Kundalini rising. It is it's represented by, it's the fire snake or snake fire energy. Chinese, in the Chinese zodiac, the dragon. It's that dragon energy. It also represents newness and spring and bringing forth life and bringing forth energy. So Kundalini energy is a very strong divine feminine quality. In fact, it's so strong that it is actually a healing energy. I would say that most of the divine feminines who have gone through that process of healing, growing spiritually, have tapped into, if not in the past, definitely currently or shifting into this really divine, fabulous wholeness, knowing, and it's just like this. It's a rage, but it's a sensual rage that doesn't have to rage. It flows through you or not. No. The thing about this Kundalini energy, this dragon, snake fire energy, that it channels in a lot of the energy of female sirens and sex goddesses from ancient energy, the bee energy. Ironically, the honeybee, queen bee, is one of my totems, one of my spirit animals. I resonate with 3 strongly, and that would be the honeybee, and that would also be the fox in some of my altered states of energy, as well as the ladybug with my ability to manifest. But nonetheless, the honeybee energy or the queen bee energy, that is the honeypot. It is the sweetness that is divine feminine. It is the nurture. It is the passion. So Kundalini energy and Kundalini rising, we'll talk about it. So I don't know for most of you how you gained your gifts or the insights on your gifts, but I started out my realization of being an empath and where I channeled the energy. So it started here in my root, right? I felt it in the pit of my stomach, and I've always, with this sacral energy and my solar plexus, I've always had a very strong carnal side, I'll say, or a very strong. I'm a very sexual being, and I think women have been taught to be ashamed of their sexuality and how they vibrate on the frequencies of sexuality. So we get closed off to these inner things within us that are very much strengths. Like sexuality or sexual healing is a true thing. There is healing energy in sexuality, and we can heal ourselves and we can heal others by absorbing energy through sex. But remember, sex is a very strong energy as well. It's a blood contract that you enter in, and it's a very strong exchange when you. So if you are in that energy, if that is one of your mechanisms of healing, you must learn some cleansing and grounding techniques so you don't carry these people's demons and sexually transmitted, not even diseases, but demons, and sexually transmitted negative energies, physical aspect, like, yes, disease and things like that. So you always need to be protected. But also spiritually, there is an exchange when you exchange in the physical and in the flesh with someone. So you must be very aware of your strengths and who you are in your Kundalini power, in your Kundalini rising. And when it's awoken, and when it awakes and the person isn't ready, it can cause more harm. So if you're going into more harm than good, I mean, we always work it out, because it's a natural aspect of us. But, like, let's see, I'll just give you a little bit of information on Kundalini healing and Kundalini energy. So, basically, when we're talking about the aspects of prana and laying on of hands and taking on energy and exchanging energy, Kundalini energy falls into that type of chakra effectiveness or effecting. And it's called the Serpent fire. And it's used less in healing, but the Kundalini may be awakened by it. And a woman who heals needs to know what it is. Because of its sexual aspects and extreme power, there are lots of Kundalini jokes and warnings, but not enough real information. Kundalini properly channeled is positive enlightenment. See, I told you it can be very healing and very therapeutic. And it's like owning the inner sex goddess in you. And a lot of women are ashamed to own that aspect of themselves because we've been shamed to own ourselves as sexual beings. Men or masculine, it's celebrated in this world we live in. Men are honored for conquering, filing their sowing their royal oats and sowing as many seeds, going on, being fruitful and multiply. Our women are supposed to be came on to and told what to do, and only the vixens and the whores and prostitutes and even what's her name from the, oh my goodness, I can't think of it right now, from the Bible, well, who was put out of the Bible, who supposedly, the story is that, I forget her name, she came before Eve, actually came before Adam. She was to birth Adam, and again replicating the honeybee or queen bee energy. Oh my goodness, it'll come to me. I get these memory slips sometimes, but Total Recall, please Creator, give me Lilith. See, when you ask, you receive Lilith. Lilith that's Kundalini energy, but she's become a myth. There are temples built to Lilith in biblical times and followers of Lilith, but it's like now she's been made to not even exist. So there are the female Kundalini power and strength of being Mother Nature and the Mother Earth and the water Mother Goddess Oshun, Aphrodite, these beautiful women, these strong women, the Amazon women. So, we are power, and the power is within us, and one of our strengths is our sexuality. Okay, and beside this, they say the power of the pussy for a reason, but that's not what I'm trying to teach. I'm not trying to give or instill negativity about trying to overcome people with your loins. No, it's about owning your inner goddess and knowing your powers so that you can utilize it even for healing yourself. Because the energy in Kundalini rising, it starts here in the root, triggers your chakra, it goes up your spinal cord and makes all of your, especially the 7 major ones, be on blaze. So it's like root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, and ethereal, and you burst out through your crown, and it's just like, I am woman, hear me roar. Yes, and it's very powerful. And I have, like I said, always understanding my sexuality and owning it. I don't think, okay, so it's certainly for things aren't for everyone to know regarding your personal life. But for those who I felt should know, I've always been very open about owning my sexuality and my sexual energy. So I think coming into my Kundalini energy it wasn't so awkward. I kind of welcomed it, and it didn't even mean like wild, all this crazy sex. No, in fact, it erupted in a period of celibacy, which is so brilliant, and it made me appreciate it more because I knew the phases that I was going to prior to this happening then were certainly of my choice, because it was like I wasn't able to come together in union with my twin, and we were actually in non-communication, and that was the only place my energy was focused, especially as far as sexually. So I just didn't. There were offers, I rejected. Continued, I rejected. Test, rejected in all aspects. Celibacy. And that drew my twin's energy back in. But that was also for a very short time, because it wasn't for me at that moment to be in the energy of my divine masculine, or any masculine or feminine for that matter. It was for me to be in my own femininity so that I could understand and I could feel the transition and the shift. And oh, did I. So, I receive it, and I'm encouraging you ladies, you feminines out there who are resonating with this conversation, to receive it. There's information, send me a message. Hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook, Messenger, Black Girl Magic. Gladly, we can have a conversation about it. But it's time for more of us to be empowered with our inner goddess. because we are goddesses, and God is within us as it is within everything. We are gods. God is above us, below us, around us, because God is not the concept that everyone wants you to believe. It's supreme, phenomenal energy source where their origin, the alpha, the omega, that's true, the beginning, the end, there is no end. It's a continuous, infinite spectrum of divine energy, and it flows through us. Kundalini energy is that infinite energy. So I hope this helps some of you. Like I said, if you have some questions, send them to me. I do respond. You can ask my subscribers. I definitely respond to questions, and I'd be glad to, continue this conversation. All right, I'm going to give us some frequency music, some high frequency with the singing bowl before I leave. Let's see if you can feel this, and if it charges your. I'm going to do it two ways. So let's see. I'm going to use this, and it's mallet, and then I'm going to use the selenite, and I want to see if it charges any of your chakras. Okay. How's the frequency resonating with you? Okay, one more. Now I want to hear it. Let's see if you feel it with the selenite mallet. I felt that. Okay, one more time with the selenite mallet. Alright, so yeah, so try it. Like, this really charges my chakras along with the crystals. Some selenite cleanses all aspects. It cleanses your other crystals, but it cleanses your energy, it cleanses your auras, and sometimes I just run it along my center, and I can feel it. And you go up, but you feel it, and it charges them. And any of the crystals, citrine, I would do the same thing. Like, start with the you can feel it. You can feel it. Third eye, throat. Did you know right here between your third eye and your mouth, there's a faith chakra. So your faith chakra. Then we have your higher heart. And then you have your heart chakra. Then we have solar plexus on either side. And then you have your sacral chakra, like right around your belly button. You can feel it. And then right below your belly button, like, in the Kundalini area, that would be your root, like right below, above it, rather. So sometimes I just charge my chakras that way. Yeah. So find out about that Kundalini energy. Anything else you want to know, contact me. I'd be glad to assist. Remember, you're all pure love and light, temporarily occupying these vessels of the flesh. So there are no, and I mean no, impossibilities, except for the ones we create in the prison of our own mind. Y'all better stay woke. Love you. Thank you. Subscribe.